Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Plague's Tale Innocence on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. In this episode, we're still continuing through the Refinery as Hugo Daroon. This is a lengthy chapter, but it's mostly a lengthy chapter because of, very important thing. These rats are white. This is very important that you notice that. A majority of the reason why this chapter is so lengthy is because we get a shit ton of active exposition and exploration of our enemy faction.
Good.
So far, what has remained mysterious is the exact source of the bite. Now you're led to wonder, okay, they're clearly doing experiments on rats here. Maybe the bite, as we know it right now, is actually part of the experiment gone horribly wrong.
It's the bite.
Help me. No. Help me.
The bite specifically is not part of any experiment.
Trying to work here.
I'd rather he waited a little while. Rats prefer fresh meat.
Damn you. You'll all go to hell. You and your fucking rats.
The use of the F word in history, which does have the F word as we know it, comes from German.
That may be the case, but we are in 14th century France. So what would the equivalent of the F word be for France at this time?
He's not an N.
That is a good question. I'm sure they have not just one F word, they have several. Because the French are well known and damn proud for their variety of curse words. For more details, please watch the Wachowski brothers film The Matrix Revolutions.
Or you could go watch the old internet special from Albino Black Sheep, History of the F Word.
I love that video.
We reminisced about the Albino Black Sheep and its similar style of archiving before, right?
So Lord Nicholas go past.
Yeah.
The Rune woman is gonna suffer, I'd say.
I mean, if you haven't seen the history of the F word, then you need a little lesson here.
She's way too stubborn. But no match for our torture.
I mean, what I like is that even with the books that I'm reading, is that you see, the more that I read, the more that I find the literary root of the word fuck in English. Because here I am, I'm reading a book that was written in the 1920s. Well, published in the 1920s anyway, and nobody make fun of my fucking king. Fuck this and fuck that. I don't give a shit. Cunts all. Boil your arses.
Hey, kid, what the hell are you doing here?
Buckets of sperm. Yeah.
So many storage containers.
A lot of distractions here. Oh, of course, the most important detail. That one little magical diamond in the bottom right corner that will tell you that salvation indeed has arrived.
Or perhaps you're still upset about what happened to your
We're gonna have to kill this guy at some point, aren't we?
Well, we're Hugo. We can't possibly kill this guy.
I will take care of you.
Well, you see, a lot of stories, like based on the class, you got caught,
I stayed there too long. I admit
you
that.
Stayed there too long.
Right.
I hope you got a good look at this guy, because that's what classical formula for storytelling does. Is you spend a lot of time with the villain before the villain actually dies. We're gonna kill Vitalis.
Thanks for the escort, Gaston.
We're gonna kill Gaston.
Mommy?
Hey, Beatrice.
Mommy? Hugo?
But... So they...
Amicia said you were dead, but you're not.
Amicia... My darling... You must go. If
I saw the hand. The hand is not.
With you.
See, they want the hands to stay rigid when they're going around the bars.
They
Just,
take your blood.
unfortunately, this game is not quite as hitboxy as we would like it to be.
All right, Hugo. We'll go together.
Thank you, Beatrice.
But you have to find the keys.
No, not the
They must
cheese. The
keep them
keys.
in the room.
Oh, come on. We're in a
The
refinery,
end of
not a
the
dairy
corridor.
plant.
Can you make it there? Off you go then. Go.
Now those are some very green braids in her
Be
ponytail.
very careful. Come back as soon as you have the keys.
When I return, I want everything prepared and ready.
Also, please note that there are metallic slats in the floor. Yeah. So one of the things that they're actually doing is not only are they experimenting with the rats, but they're attempting the goal of this experimentation is a combination of crossbreeding and potential control of them. We don't understand how they're attempting to gain control of them yet, but yeah.
Authority, results.
By the scientific method, of course. A trial and error process. Many rats and humans will be sacrificed in the process. Because they have to feed the rats somehow. Otherwise, the rats are going to start eating each other. And that's not conducive to keeping live test subjects.
If only
Yeah.
Mr. was here. No, I don't need her.
Well, you would prefer to have her, Mr. Hugo.
Oh, those chains look very clinkly. Clinkety clink clink. Clinky. What was that sound? Oh, game over. Try again.
They're not as loud as the sparking of the fires, though. So
They're all afraid
There
of
are
rats.
no physics attached to these chains whatsoever. They're just there.
yeah, they are just decorative pieces.
Well, I suppose because they're holding taut the cages under that are hanging from the rafters, that like Hugo's feet are hitting the chains. It's just that the force is not great enough to actually cause them to move. Is that it? Is that a horse? Oh no, the rats are in the cage. We're safe. We're safe.
No, we are not.
Dun dun dun. Try again.
Very
Oh, now we gotta go across the whole scaffolding again.
Be very careful, Mr. Gurdat, and be sure to come back when you get those keys.
All right, you heard him.
Everything will be ready. The alchemist will
Something.
Damn it.
Be very careful, Mr. Gurdat, and make sure you get those keys.
Look, those keys are on the other end of the room.
Do you understand?
And
Yes,
this,
Lord,
I will say that this is a small complaint that I have about the game. It's not actually a major detriment or anything, but with the way that the lighting engine ends up going for this segment, I can't really see how many guards I'm supposed to be attempting to avoid. You know?
Oh, I'm sure you'll be well familiar with how populated this particular checkpoint sequence is.
Right then. Efficient.
Not the room. No pointless showmanship.
Lady. So soft. Nigel shopping.
Ooh, a wooden horse.
Squeaky, 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 squeaky.
Have I forgotten anything?
If only Mr. was here.
With the captain
No,
I
I don't need her.
No, because we can climb up our own ladders, Mr. Cloud.
That is a good sign of Hugo's development as a character, that previously, if left alone by himself for too long, he would start crying and draw attention to himself. But now he's more comfortable being on his own.
Right. No, mostly because he has an objective. He has an objective, and he believes that he can actually accomplish that objective.
Shiny lever must pull.
Quick. Well done. Go away. Quickly now. The key.
Alright, wow, that freaking got out of hand quickly.
Okay, now with all the guards having left the room, we can go around these wooden horses in order to get
An anvil.
the keys are not there.
Damn it.
Oh, where did they hide the keys from us, Mr. Cloud?
They're usually hanging from a wall. I've seen enough movies to know this cliche.
Lanterns.
Have to spin it the other way. Now these lanterns do not go around. Don't go around 360 degrees.
Squeaky, 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 squeaky. Out of my way.
And then over to the other lantern.
Look.
Oh, yeah, baby. Look at those hanging halves of bodies. Intestines hanging and all. The horror.
Yay!
Haha, they were hanging from a thingy.
My head. Stop shouting.
Checkpoint.
Oh,
Oh,
well, now we gotta make it back to Beatrice. Do you think we can make it back to Beatrice before the end of the part, Mr. Cloud?
we're gonna get back to Beatrice before we have to restart this checkpoint again.
I'm pretty sure we just got a new checkpoint, so...
I didn't see no checkpoint marker.
Okay.
Away with you.
Let's get by. I have to get them out of there. Maybe with the other lantern.
You know, in order to indicate the difference between dialogue that is said out loud and dialogue that is thought of in one's head, they'll use parenthesis as a indicator as to which is which. It would be fine if Hugo was thinking these things, because just like in real life, people typically think words and sentences in their head using their own voices. Or they'll just say them out loud because it helps. And I do say my thoughts out loud quite a bit.
Okay, so is that the correct angles that we need?
The mirrors, of course. Nearly there. Creepy crawlies everywhere.
I did it. All by myself.
Yay.
Unfortunately, we're at this point. Pascoda is actually lost because I'm not entirely sure where the exit went.
Yep. Where did we come in? Where do we have to go? Because the conditions that caused us to go in the route that got us here in the first place no longer apply. The guards are gone. The rats are everywhere. Now this might as well be a different room altogether.
Okay, and from there it is. Yay! In the next episode, plot, Mr. Cloud. Lots and lots of plot.
Come quick.
We